In the month after him being declared shogun, Mori Motonari's rivals have incessantly been marching against his garrison in Kyoto. Only recently have the surrounding regions been cleared of rebels, and reinforcements are a mere few weeks away. But now the Hatano, arch-enemies of the Mori, have drawn together forces for a final decisive attack. With his veteran samurai troops whittled down, Motonari is forced to draft Ashigaru forces from the populace. But will it be enough? At the end of this day, the fate of the shogun will be decided. Battle is about to begin. The flexibility of the Mori positions in the outer courtyards comes to their help when it becomes clear that the Hatano will be attacking from the castle's side. The defenders immediately move over to try and hold the enemy outside of the walls for as long as possible, to make use of their defensive towers' support fire. But the Hatano are very aware of their danger. Providing cover with their superior archer force, they send a unit of Yari samurai to burn down the building with firebombs. With their mission fulfilled, they retreat into safety.
Our tower has fallen to their fire!
In the hope of using the mobility of their horsemen, the Mori ride out to either flank of the castle. Retreating the infantry center to draw an advance by the attackers, the cavalry notices a weak spot in the defense of the Hatano general and decides to strike. A few men turn to face the enemy cavalry rushed in for protection. The other manages to break through the line and shot straight at the leader. Support infantry comes too late, and the enemy daimyo is driven off the field. But now his son takes command, and orders his men to storm the castle gates. The Mori troops, having been careful to stay out of bow range, are now too far away, and too few men to block this well-organized assault. Hatano bows wreak havoc in the lightly armored Ashigaru, and with their cavalry now also threatening the other flank, they force their opponents back into the castle yard. Again, immediately taking out the tower on that side, they position along the newly gained ground, looking for targets for their archers. As the third tower falls, the situation indeed looks desperate for the Mori. They move forward to meet the enemy's march on the final gate. But it has been a ruse to lure them into more archer fire. However, when a second approach is only responded to with a single unit, the Hatano decide to push through. Only as most of them have reached the upper yard, the defending units are set to march. What may turn out to be the final battle of Mori Motonari has begun. Luckily, a small contingent of Naginata samurai have remained on the lower level of the castle, and while unable to reach the remaining general, manages to keep the bowmen from firing. Meanwhile on the top level, while the Mori fight for the life of their shogun and their own, the first attackers give in to exhaustion and fear. As their comrades see them fleeing from the field, they too give up and rout. Pushing their advantage, the Mori kill the enemy general as they storm out, and convinced they must be facing immortal demons, the remaining Hatano run away. With this victory, Mori Motonari not only saved himself and his shogunate, but became legend. Reinforcements are soon to reach Kyoto, and more armies in place all over Japan. There's no doubt that ultimate victory and power are in arm's reach for the Mori to take.